A few years ago, a good contractor could stay booked out for months just from word of mouth and referrals. And a lot of guys think that still is the case today. They think that it's all about just doing good work, getting referrals, and staying busy. But the way that homeowners decide for a contractor to work on a project nowadays is completely different than a few years ago. Because before people hire you nowadays, they're researching you and they're comparing you. They're looking at your Google reviews, your website, your Facebook page, before and after photos. And if you're not visible online, you'll lose that job without even realizing it. Hi, I'm Isaiah. I'm a third generation contractor, and over the past few years, I've been noticing something that's very interesting. The contractors out there that are staying the most busy all have one thing in common. They understand how attention works in 2026. And this shift happened way faster than any contractor realized. Because homeowners don't choose a contractor the same way that they did 10, 20, or even 30 years ago. Because right now, when someone's needing a remodeler, roofer, or any other type of contractor, what's the first thing that they do? They pull out their phone and they start to compare contractors based off who they trust the most. And that's the crazy part, is that a lot of contractors that I talk with right now still market like it's 2012. And the contractors that aren't staying busy right now are the ones that are only relying on word of mouth and referrals. The ones that are booked out for months are the contractors that are trying to build their visibility everywhere online. And that's why some contractors are staying booked out nonstop and other ones are just staying a couple days or even a couple weeks booked out. I remember talking to this contractor last week and he made a comment that really stuck out with me. What he said specifically was, man, I don't know what happened this year. Things just slowed down completely. But when I looked at his business more, I wasn't really surprised because he had no steady flow of leads and jobs coming through. He had no one that was reaching out to him looking for an estimate constantly. He had no visibility online, no system, and no online presence at all. He was relying solely on word of mouth and referrals. He thought that just doing good work was enough. And look, referrals are great, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying that referrals aren't something that you can constantly control. And this is the difference between contractors that stay stuck and the ones that continue to scale. The contractors out there right now that are killing it with getting more and more jobs are the ones that have customers that are calling them from several different places, not just one system. They're easily seen on Google and Facebook. People can see the reviews. Maybe they're running Google ads or Facebook ads. They're starting to rank higher with SEO. Everything should be revolving around contractors just getting more visible online. Everything works together. And once I started seeing that, I started to realize that it was very easy to be a successful contractor. The contractors out there that are making the most money aren't necessarily the contractors that are the best at the projects that they do. They're the contractors that stay visible consistently because visibility compounds. The more that people are seeing your name online, the more trustworthy your company becomes to them. And then you get to a point where a homeowner already even chooses you before they even reach out to you. We saw this specifically happen massive with a contractor that we rebuilt their entire marketing system. Before we built it out for them, they were relying solely on referrals, but they were also just randomly boosting posts on Facebook, thinking that they were running ads. There was no consistency at all and no strategy behind what they were trying to accomplish. So we rebuilt their positioning in their area, which took a couple weeks, and then we rebuilt out an exact system for running a Facebook ad campaign for them. Within a very short amount of time, they've got 63 leads at $47 per lead. And obviously, I'm not saying every single lead is a crazy close or a crazy massive project with money coming in. I'm not saying that at all. But what was important for this contractor is that now he had some steady flow of consistent leads coming through the door, which changed everything. He wasn't operating his company from a panic mode. He was operating as a company that constantly is receiving people wanting a quote. There was actual momentum from what he was doing. And we saw this exact same thing happen with a kitchen remodeler that we were working with as well too. Great work, solid reviews. Most of their business again was still coming from word of mouth. So we built them a system to consistently get in front of homeowners in their area. And after launching an intensive Facebook ad campaign that we built out for them, they received 24 leads at $42 per lead. And this is the part that most contractors still underestimate. The contractors out there that are still getting the most amount of business aren't the ones that are best at what they do. A lot of times, they're just the contractors that homeowners see the most online because attention builds familiarity and familiarity builds trust. If a homeowner sees you everywhere online that they're scrolling on Google, Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, that means that they have so much trust in you that you're the person that they're going to reach out to when they need help. And that's how the good paying customers nowadays pick a contractor. It's not about price, it's about who do they trust the most. And this is why visibility matters so much in 2026 as a company. Because if homeowners can't really even find you, then they'll go with the contractor that they trust the most and the ones that they see the most, even if you're ultimately the better contractor. That's the biggest shift that's happening in this industry right now, are the contractors that are realizing that contracting and marketing are very, very similar. They're not separate like they used to be. The best businesses out there are the ones that are learning how to do both. And the earlier that a contractor figures that out in their area, the easier it is to win. And look, if you want, we'll do this exactly for your business and we'll break it down for free. We'll look at where your customers are currently finding you, where you're invisible online, and where you should be spending the most amount of your time to get the best return on your marketing. No fluff, no just generic advice, clarity on what's working for the contractors that we help and what you could be doing for your company to help you out. So if you want to stop relying on word of mouth and luck to build your business, head to our website, book a call with me, and I'll show you exactly what you could be doing better.